Hey y'all, it's Susan. Welcome back. I appreciate you watching. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that one of my missions here is to show you how you can plan or journal on a budget. It does not have to cost a big fortune or a small fortune even. I'm going to show y'all what I've set up for 2026. These little books are from Temu. You know, the prices change, it's like depends on the day of the week, I think. I swear it depends on the day of the week. They're about $5 maybe each. I used two of these, a Pen and Gear pencil, and this pen that my friend Mel sent. I think this is an advertising pen, because I can't find anything with that name, but I love it. It's a 0.6 fine line pen, and I'm trying to find something similar to that because I love it, and I know that one day it's going to go dry and I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, so I used these and a Pentel eraser, one of those polymer erasers. I'm going to show y'all what I did, because this, I guess I would consider this a step up from the composition book. I glued that front page, you know, that weird page that every book has. I glued that together at the front and the back because I don't like that weird page. And I'll explain this later. I made a mistake someplace else and I had to cut off a strip of paper and glue over something. Anyway, I left room for an index. Of course, I didn't make the index when I started because you don't know which order things are going to be in and what page numbers they're going to be, right? So I had been using a dot grid notebook for my faith journal, and I really liked it because I could write like this, or I could turn it this way and write. And it seemed like, to me, I know this doesn't make any sense, it's the same size piece of paper, but it seemed like I had more room like this. I think it's because of the little hump here. I don't like writing too close to that hump, and then when I get to this page, I don't like being too close to it. Then I don't want to drop off the edge. Anyway, y'all know, you already know me. I don't think like everybody else thinks. So I drew out each month for 2026 on these two pages. Then I just listed the months for each quarter so that I could put in birthdays and appointments and things like that. Then I drew out January. Then I listed 1 through 31 so I can put in birthdays or appointments. And then I started doing 2 days per page. And y'all, every Saturday I have a page for notes. If you get to the end of the month and it ends on the on the bottom page, I do that top page for notes. Let me see if this is one that I can show you if it ends that way. It does. Saturday ends here, so I have notes here. I left this one kind of blank, and I made a tracker. Now, as I went through, I decided to not do the tracker for each month because I might want to track different things. I used this pencil, I used the eraser, I used the pen, and I forgot I used one of these Sharpie brush, what's it called? Sharpie creative markers to write my month in. And y'all, that's it. That's all I used. A glue stick to glue that funny page at the beginning. Every month is set up the same way. I have the month drawn out, I have the days listed, and then I have a half page per day with notes for each week. I did number this one after I got it finished. And this one got me through the end of June with some extra pages in the back. See, I did my tracking here. But like I said, I did not do this for the whole year because I may find that I want to track different things. Went into March. So did the whole thing. Got to the end of June here. And I can't remember which page I left out. I left out a page or something. I don't know. My glue looks really nasty right there. I'm going to try to clean that up. Anyway, I can't remember what I left out. I think I left out this page. I did. I left this page out. So I cut a page from the back and then used a piece of paper and glued it in here. So that's why it looks funny. I went through the end of June here and then numbered some blank pages in the back. Now this one that I cut a piece off of, I did not number it and I left it in case I need to cut it out for something else, you know? And I think, let me see, I tried to write down, okay, this book is a 5.5 by 8 A5 100 GSM paper with 160 pages. So I numbered this one and made my index, right? Then I started the second one. I have not put the index here because I haven't finished numbering all the pages. I did the year again, the whole year. I did each quarter like this. And then I started with July. I did 1 through 31 here for me to put birthdays and anniversaries and things like that. And I have a half page per day. This book was big enough for the second half of the year. I did not put trackers in this one. I left a blank page for my tracker because, like I said, by the time I get to June or July, I'll definitely know what I want to track. So I just left a blank page for my tracker. Then I went into August. I did each month the same way. And y'all, I went all the way through December 31st, a page for the December tracker, and then I have this many pages left. So, even if these are $5, if they're $6 each, if the price plus shipping is $6, that's still $12 for these, y'all. I don't know how much this pack of Sharpie markers is because they were a gift. This was a gift. The eraser I've had for I don't even know how many years. And these came in a pack of, I think, 5 pencils in the back to school sale for like maybe $1.50. I don't even know. But I wanted to show y'all how you can do this. The composition book is the cheapest way to go, but it's not real pretty. You know, it's not real pretty, and it's big. These are small enough to toss into a bag if you're going to be out of the house. You have enough room for each day, I think, to keep up with plenty of things, whether it's your to-do list or notes about the day or whatever. I feel like you've got plenty. You can put notes from the week, this week here, or you can put notes about the next week here. It's all, you could even divide it and put this week and next week. And then migrate those notes to the specific day they are appropriate for. But y'all, this was one of the easiest things I've ever done. This page is divided in half. I did 2 rows where I could write the day of the week and the date each day. I like it because you don't really do any measuring. You count your lines, count your dots. It's not that big a deal. This was an odd number, so this isn't the exact center. The exact center falls between this row of dots and that row of dots. That's okay. I used that row. Not a big deal. I've got, what, a 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/4 inch more on this side than this side. Not a big deal. But, I had fun setting it up. I know now that I can do this. And I like it, y'all. I guess if you wanted to carry the whole thing, you could probably find a leather cover, an agenda cover, and put this one in the front pocket and this one in the back pocket. In fact, I have a cover. These may fit in. I don't know. I may cut apart a tote bag, a leather tote bag, and make a cover. Who knows? You never know what I'm going to do. You know that. But I just want to show y'all that it's so easy to do this on a budget and make it what you want. I could not find a planner that had everything I wanted. A couple people recommended a couple of different ones, and I looked at them, but y'all, the lines were dark and heavy, and I just didn't like that. I've really come to like the dot grid because I can put my lines where I want to put them. I can make them as bold as I want them to be. I can pencil in first and then go back and use the pen, and I just really, really like it. I can go back when it's time for that month. I can go back and highlight the months if I want to for the whole year. I can come here. I can highlight these months if I want to. I can highlight the days of the week here and highlight birthdays a certain color or whatever. I've got room to decorate across the bottoms. I've got room for small stickers in here if I want to. I have plenty of room for stickers and washi on these pages without losing. I mean, I can put washi down the seam and I wouldn't lose any writing space or planning space. So I'm very happy with this. What it does tell me though is that if I wanted a day a page, yes, I could have 4 of these books and have a day a page. But y'all, that's a lot of room for one day. If you do big stickers and a lot of decorating, you may need that much space. I don't feel like I need that much space. Even for my memory keeper. I'm doing something different for my memory keeper this year. I think I'm going to use a week's mega for my memory keeper this year. Just because I've evaluated what I've been using and know now that it's going to be a mess to archive. And that's the one I want to keep. It's going to be a mess to archive unless I leave it in the binder. And leaving it in the binder just adds a lot of bulk that I don't need. So I think I want to do a week's mega for memory keeping this year. But yeah, there you go, y'all. 6 months to each book, giving you a half page per day. And if you wanted to divide those pages in 4, you could get the whole year. Like if you want to divide it in 4 and not use as much room for this, you could divide it in 4. And on the top line, write your day and date, day and date, day and date, day and date. You could get the whole year in one book if you wanted to do that. And it's compact. It's a hardcover, so it's nice and sturdy. You get a $1.25 pen from the Dollar Tree or a pack of 2 or 3 pens from Dollar Tree, and y'all, you're getting it done for a very, very good price. I am a believer that the benefits of planning and journaling are so great that they should not be price prohibitive for anyone. And this is just an example of a way you can make it work on a tight budget. And that's it, guys. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm getting ready to shut things down for the day. I will upload this tomorrow. I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope you've had a safe weekend. I hope you've been good to yourself, and go be nice to somebody else. Bye.